Hi Sherry, this is Dan. I'm going to do a quick video that shows the process of uploading plans. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a project. And I'm going to give it a project name of test, and I'm going to tell our guys not to index it. So I'm going to say do not index. Makes me pick a bid date, so I'll just pick tomorrow. Makes me pick a time. And it makes me pick a zip code, and I'll just pick our office zip code or my home. And that's Coda de Casa. And I think that's all I have to pick. And so I'm going to go ahead and click on create. I'm going to go straight to files because obviously you don't need to see the other stuff. You guys do it all the time. So now the project's created and it's ready for me to upload the files. This kind of gives you a little bit of a prompt on what to do. I can drag and drop, or I can click on this. In my case, I'm going to drag and drop. And this down here shows your status. And the first thing that it has to do is it has to upload. The second thing that it does is it has to open up the file. This particular file I'm going to bring over here. Actually, let's see, I'll open it up first. And once it's open, I've got two screens, so I'll drag it over here. This will kind of give you an idea of what's in this file. This is just a little tiny residential job that my buddy has asked me for some advice on, so I thought I'd use it as the guinea pig. But you can see that a lot of the PDFs that you're given from architects, it's not just one page, it's multiple pages, and that is the case here. So this is a multi-page PDF. Now I'll close that. Coming back over to here, you'll see that after you upload that file, our computers will split it out into individual pages. This is where we come in. We get prompted that there is a new project to index. And in fact, my staff will now be told to index this. But because I put in there that it's a test, do not index, they'll ignore it. But when it splits it out, it just gives them kind of generic numbers. And then our guys go through and they actually look at the pages and give them their appropriate name. Once that process is done, it'll replace this name with the actual index name. And that's, again, now you're back to what you're used to, because that's what Teresa's doing. She's getting it to this point. Now, she may be doing more things for you than I know about. For example, she might be breaking them down into their disciplines. And so that's the next part of this little video, is to kind of show you how to do that. So I can create groups here, and I'm going to create a group here, and I'm just going to call them architectural. And now what I can do is I can identify the pages that are going to go in the architectural group. And so let's just pretend that this is a bigger job. This actually does have A sheets, so I don't really have to pretend, but it is a very small job. And I can go through here, and after I've selected the pages that I want in the architecturals, now I'm ready to put them over there. And that's done. We don't do drag and drop, but there's this little button up here called Organize. And then you can click on Copy To, and then I can just check this and click on Copy. And you can now see I've defined the pages that need to be in this group. So an example of this would be obvious: architectural, structurals, mechanicals, if you had a need for that. However, there are other situations that you may want to create some type of groups. For example, if you had multiple buildings and you wanted to define building 1 versus building 2, then you can do that as well. So this is actually very flexible. You can create as many groups as you want and define what documents go in those groups. Now you'll notice that when I uploaded, it automatically put them in the plans section. What I also could have done is I could have created this architectural group first, and then, well, let's just do it. If I go here back to plans and I create a new group, and this time we'll call it structural. Then I can actually upload the file straight to this. So if I had a multi-page PDF that I knew was all the structurals, then I could just drag and drop them there. And it will have done 2 steps. Number 1, it does add them to the full set up here. This top category will be all of the plans, a full set. And each of the individual other ones will be subsets. But the plans only exist once. These are just, basically filters that allow you to see whatever you've identified that go in the structural category. The same thing is kind of true for revisions. Let's say that I got an addenda on this project. Then I go down here to revisions and I click on create a new revision, and it's going to ask me, to pick one. And in this case, we'll call it an addendum. And then I'll say that this is addendum 1. And based on what is showing on the plans, not the upload date, but again, that's up to you guys. But let's just say that the addenda was dated back in December. So I'll pick 2021, and then we'll say that it was December, and then we'll just perhaps say it was dated the 15th. Then I can click on save. So, that's when, the addenda was released. That's the official architect's, releasing of that addenda. Oftentimes, it shows on the plans with the stamp, but even sometimes you get mixed disciplines, architects and structurals, and those stamps may or may not all, have addenda 1 on it with that particular date. Anyway, you're already used to dealing with that because you're doing it already. When you now upload those documents, sometimes that multi-page PDF document can have both large documents and small documents. What our system will do is it will automatically move them to the appropriate category. So anything that's bigger than an 11 by 17 will go to the plans, and we'll index them. Anything that's smaller, it will, for an addenda, it'll just stay down here in the addenda. But had we done that originally when we uploaded this first set of PDFs, what it would have done is it would have put the small documents down here. In other words, the spec pages. So if you get a single multi-page PDF that has large and small, it will automatically split them out. And then you can do the same thing with the, with all these different categories. Is you can create, if I wanted to go in here and create a group, and maybe I just wanted to call this the structural calcs. So it's not necessarily specs, but it really can be any document you want to put in the small docs. It could also be the specs. And then you can go through and you can identify, again, just like I did before, what goes in these groups. And then there are these other categories that already exist. You don't have to use them. If you don't put anything in them, when the subcontractors come to look at the bid documents, they won't see groups that don't have anything in them. There'd be no reason to show that. I think that's all that you probably need to see as far as the process of getting the documents to us. And I don't know what you're doing with Teresa. Perhaps you're sending her a Dropbox link. If you were to send us a Dropbox link and you wanted us to go to Dropbox and do this process that I just showed you, we do charge a fee for that. Um, when you do this part and we're notified that we just have to now index, there's no cost. So hopefully that gives you the background that you're looking for. If not, just email me back and we can continue this discussion and this training. Talk to you soon, Sherry. Bye.